Hi, I'm Sushin, and today I want to uh, show you how you can add a screen flow into the Experience Cloud, which will be accessible by guest users, and how there are a few steps that has to be followed in order for the screen flow to be available for the guest user. So I will be showing you the steps, considering that you know how to create an Experience Cloud site. Considering that, I'm going ahead and showing you how to add a flow and how you can make sure it is accessible to the guest users. So today, what I have done here is whatever the flow that is create a case flow, which is given by the Salesforce itself in the dev org. I have duplicated that and made this as a create a case online. I want to add this flow into the Experience Cloud. So the Experience Cloud, I just created a simple page called Support Center, and you can create the page by going to the by pressing this icon here, where you can see new page, and you can use the standard page, and you can choose a new blank page, and you can use flexible or any of these layouts and create the page. So I added just a picture here just for fancy. I just added it here, and now in order to add a flow, I'll go here and type flow, and I will add the component here, and you can choose the flow from here. So the flow that I want to add here is a creator case online, and once it is added, you can publish it, and when I go to a page and slash support center, because that's the page, center, I'm sorry, let me go ahead and check again. I can go here, page settings. Oh, okay, this is the page URL, so it's underscore, so that's fine here. So here I can see the page. But the reason I'm seeing it here is because I have already logged in. So if you want to see it here, if I go to an incognito window where I have not logged in, if you paste it here, you can see that the flow is not available there. So in order for the flow to be available for the guest users, what you have to do is, first of all, in the Experience Cloud, you have to enable this for the guest users. For that, you'll have to go to the settings and you have to enable public access, the guest user access here, so that the page itself is available for the public users. Now, for the flow to be accessible for the guest users, what you have to do is, first of all, you have to go into the flow that you want to add, which is this one. And you have to go to the settings here, and show advanced settings, and here you will have to choose system context without sharing access all data. So this means you are setting up the version which will always run in the system context, which is, it will not override the context in which it is normally running in. So that means you don't have to give any special access or change any sharing rules or org-wide default settings or anything, any other settings. So it will run in the same settings which you already have right now in the administrative with the admin permission. So even if I don't have access, I will be able to run this flow and edit the file or create a file even though I don't have permission. So that's the meaning of system context without sharing. And so this means the flow can access all the data. So that's what we are basically doing here. So right now I have chosen that, and I will save it. And I will activate the flow. But still, this is not enough for the guest user to see the flow. The user can run the flow, but how can the user see it? So in order for them to access it, you have few other steps to be done. So you will have to go in here and edit access, and you have to give override default behavior and restrict access to enable profile to permission set. So which means right now what you can do is, instead of you can choose the profiles that can access the flow. So if anybody has to access the flow, you can choose which are the profiles. So right now what I'm going to do is, my guest user is, if you see here, my guest user is the test profile. So I can go ahead and choose the profile here, but so I cannot see it here, the test user profile here, so I will save it here. Instead, I can go here into the profile and I can see enable flow access, edit, and you can see the flow here. So now you can add this flow and save it. So now if you go and refresh here, you can access the flow here. So this is how you can add a flow into the Experience Cloud, which is accessible to the guest users. Thank you for watching.